Welcome back to another video with Playing War Thunder with Tamboli. Alright, now we will be taking a look at the new French top tier MBT, Leclerc S1. Now, we will go through all of the different specifications for this vehicle. First thing we will be going through is modification. So, the Leclerc has a 120 millimeter gun, which is not the same as the other MBTs from the different Western countries. Instead of using a L44, the Leclerc uses a L52, which is a upgraded variant of the L44. Now, this L52 the French use is a licensed built German gun. So we'll go over to the different rounds it has. Now it has heat fin stabilized, the OCC 120 G1, and it has the OFL 120 F1, which is APFSDS, armor piercing, fin stabilized, discarding disabled. Now let's go back to the heat fin stabilized. So at 0 degrees, 10 meters, we have 600 millimeters of penetration going all the way to 2,000 meters. At 30 degrees, 10 meters, all the way down to 2,000 meters, it penetrates up to 520 millimeters of armor. Now, let's go on to the APFSDS. Now, at 0 degrees, 10 meters, it penetrates 528 millimeters of armor. At 0 degrees, 2,000 meters, it penetrates 494 millimeters of armor. At 30 degrees, 10 meters, it penetrates up to 457 millimeters of armor. At 2,000 meters, 30 degrees, it penetrates up to 428 millimeters of armor, which is very good at penetrating different MBTs that use slopes, such as the Soviets. Now, you can see all the different modifications that this vehicle comes with. So let's move on to the specifications of the vehicle. So the Leclerc weighs 53.7 tons and houses 3 crew members inside the vehicle. Engine power is 2,813 horsepower at 2,500 RPM. Max speed is 49 miles an hour. Now, I play arcade battles, so it'll be different in realistic battles. So, just give it out there to the people who watch this video. So, it does get up there to 49 miles an hour. It's pretty good at getting up there. So, it settles around on most terrain. It settles around 40 miles an hour, so it's pretty good at getting to its speed. Visibility is 89%. Well, we would check out the X-ray of the vehicle. Go to transmissions. Max speed going forward 49 miles an hour. 8 gears. Max speed going backward 26.3 miles an hour. 4 gears inside. Now, the vehicle has 2 areas where they keep the round ammunitions. You have the first stage, which has 22 pieces of round, or 22 rounds in the back of the turret, which is in a blowout panel type configuration. Now, what I like to do is I like to keep all my ammunition in the back to keep it protected from the crew if a enemy round does penetrate my vehicle and blow up the ammunition, so it'll just hit the blowout panels and not kill the crew, and I can escape. Now, this vehicle if we take a look at its armor, is pretty good for some parts. Now, we'll take a look at the protection analysis. So we take out its APFSDS round first, and we see where we can penetrate. Now the turret, very protected on the right and left side. The turret. Now the cannon breech is penetrable from the front, but the sides not able to penetrate. Now the turret you can with its own round. Other rounds such as the U.S. M1A1 Abrams, T64BV, and the T80s models, T80U, T80B, their rounds can't penetrate the turret. The 3BM42 and the MA29 cannot penetrate the turret. Or the German DM33 cannot penetrate the turret. But it can penetrate the upper glacis of the Leclerc, as you can see from here. Now it can't penetrate this part right here, because that's where most of the armor is packed in. Now you can penetrate the lower glacis of the vehicle, or the lower hull of the vehicle. You can kill the driver. You can hit the ammunition if the enemy does have ammunition at the bottom of the storage in the second storage compartment. Now, you can also penetrate the lower part of the turret, which is where the turret ring is. You can penetrate there. You can penetrate there, and pretty much take out the gunner and commander, and possibly hit the ammunition in the back part of the storage. Now, as we will move on, we'll take a look at the vehicles it face up against. So let's go to U.S. Vehicle we'll be taking out is the M1A1 Abrams. We would take a look at protection analysis. Let's go to our APFSDS. Now, with APFSDS to the M1 Abrams, or any APFSDS that the top tier MBTs use, can penetrate any part of the M1 Abrams turret, lower hull. It could ricochet from this part into the turret ring where it'll penetrate. Now, with our round, we can go anywhere on this vehicle and kill it. Usually, I go here on the left side of the vehicle to take out the gunner, commander, cannon breech, and horizontal drive. Or if he's showing his lower hull, I'll rather take a shot at the center of the vehicle, which would take out the driver and take out the engine. Now let's go on to the other vehicles to see what we can penetrate. Let's go to Germany. Leopard 2A5. So, now, the German top tier is very hard to penetrate. They're very hard to kill. The Germans are very good at what they do. Now, the Leopard 2A5 uses composite armor for their turret, or external armor for the turret. So let's go to protection analysis. Friends, let's go to our APFSDS. Now, we can't penetrate the turret anywhere. Now, we can penetrate the cannon breech and where the cannon is. So, we can penetrate that. The shots I use or I take is sitting right here. Pretty much, I get the gunner, cannon breech, and sometimes I might get the commander. Now, if you aim pretty much where the turret ring is, you can get good shots on the Leopard 2A5. Now, the whole of it, you can penetrate anywhere. Upper glacis and the lower hull, you can penetrate anywhere on the turret. Now, I'd rather shoot the left side of the tank, which is right here, You get the driver, commander, and gunner, and that will pretty much immobilize the vehicle. Or you can take it out in just one shot if they don't have a spare crewman to put inside the vehicle. So let's go back. Let's check out the Soviets. T-80U. Now, when I'm facing T-80U, I usually aim for the driver's hatch or the driver's port with any round, with my heat round or APFSDS round. Now, as you can see, we can't penetrate them from the front. Now, we can penetrate them from the gaps between the ERA or contact 5. We can penetrate through there. And let's see if I can get a shot. Hold on. Right there. Or right there. As you can see right there, through that shot right there, through the two contact 5. Now, you can penetrate the hole if there's no contact 5 sitting there. But the spot I used to go for is right there, to the driver's hatch. Now, the turret, you can't penetrate it. Now, you can penetrate the cannon breech. Cannon breech is able to be penetrated. You can sometimes kill the driver or the commander or the gunner when you penetrate the cannon breech, which if you go somewhere right here, you can hit right there and pretty much get the engine and the the turret ring to stop the turret from moving. So we're done taking a look at that. Let's go to Britain. Let's take a look at the Challenger 2. Now, when facing the Challenger 2, the turret is similar in protection to the Leopard 2A5. So let's take out our APFSDS. Now, you can't penetrate the turret, but you can penetrate the cannon breech of the Challenger, which you could take out the gun, or you could take out some of the crew members inside the vehicle. Now, you can penetrate the upper hull, or you could penetrate the turret ring if you get a good shot on it, and you can kill the driver commander. Or not driver commander, but you can kill the gunner and commander of the vehicle or the loader. But I like going for the gunner to make sure he doesn't shoot back at me. So, or you could just shoot through the middle of the vehicle where the driver's hatch is, right there. Lower hull, you can penetrate it anywhere. So, let's go back to the Leclerc and let's test drive. So we would see the speed going forward and backward. So let's test the speed going forward. Let's see how fast we get up there. And yes, I am doing this in arcade mode, so it will be different in realistic mode. So let's go. It does pretty well at getting up there to 30 miles an hour and then up to 40 miles an hour. Pretty well for doing that. So we'll stop the vehicle and we'll do reverse. Pretty good at getting it up to its maximum speed, 26 miles an hour. Pretty good. Turret speed is very good. Now we will aim and shoot our heat fin stabilize at a IT1. Very good at killing T-54s, T-55A models, and pretty much all the T-44s, not T-44 but T-55s. Now you wouldn't be facing them at top tier unless somebody brings it out, but it's very good at killing those vehicles. Now we'll switch over to the
Position recharge.
APFSDS round. We'll test it on the T62. It's very good at shrapneling inside the vehicle, but usually I try to go for where more crew is at, so I can get the maximum the maximum kill inside the vehicle. So we're aiming at the T64A. Missed the shot. Bingo, got the shot. We went to the driver and we hit the ammunition. Now let's test it on a T64 BV model. As you can see, the reverse speed is amazing on the Leclerc S1. So let's go to the upper hole of T64. Round just angled down, but in reality, the APFSDS can penetrate the upper hole of a T64 and T80Bs and T64A models. So we would test out the smoke system. And 2 sets of smoke dispensing systems, as you can see on the turret. We had the front ones and then we have the back ones, which if we did all of them, we would get 360 degrees of smoke protection. Now, the smoke can be used for 2 capabilities, offensive and defensive capabilities. Now, I like to use it for both defensive and offensive capabilities to maximize the full capability of this vehicle. So, as you can see, the Leclerc is a good vehicle for top tier to play with, and I'm liking it. I love the different designs of it. I love the way it looks. It looks modern. The armor, I don't know, but it could be better on the upper glacis. I don't know if there's supposed to be more armor on top, but you got to remember this vehicle is classified, because this vehicle is pretty much from the 1990s, so this vehicle is classified. So pretty much we have no idea. We have to guess the specification for the vehicle, or Gaijin had to guess the specification for the vehicles and stuff. So pretty much we have no idea, but it's still fun to play with at top tier. It's still fun to play with in arcade battles. Round is the best. So let's go back. So as you can see, with the top tier MBT for the French, this is a very good match to be at top tier. Very good vehicle to have at top tier battles. So I'll catch y'all later. Thank you for coming to my YouTube channel, and I hope to see you on the battlefields of War Thunder.